Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to Focus Hive. I hope you've enjoyed the last video. It has got some attraction, and today's topic is very interesting. Today, we're going to touch upon a complex subject, but something that's going to help you thrive in your career. And this is called as situational awareness. Awareness of your surrounding means आपके आसपास क्या हो रहा है आपको पता होना चाहिए. Have you ever been in a situation where you were like, oops, what happened? I was not even aware of it. If that has happened with you, then this video or my article, which I have linked in the description, is for you. Please read it. Please watch this video. And grasp it and share your story of what has happened with you, which you were not aware of, and what was your reaction in the comment section so that we can communicate. Now, back to the topic. What this topic is all about is, as I said, in very simple terms, you need to be aware of what's happening around you, because everything that's happening around you is one way or the other governing what will happen with you. So that is a fact. If you don't know what's happening in one of the other functions, if you don't know what's happening outside your organization, if you don't know your surrounding, then it's time to take a pause, step back, and start looking at things from a bigger picture. Because that will, and my friend, that will only take you one step further in your career. So now in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can build yourself more aware, how you can improve your situational. Now, the situational awareness can also be referred as environmental awareness to be more apt, but it's just a industry standard where you call it as situational awareness, because you need to be aware of the situation that might arise and be able to counteract. That's the whole game of information. You need to be able to put your hand on information and be able to learn from it and be able to prepare for what's coming your way. If you're not prepared, you're shocked, you're surprised, and you fall on your face, which you don't want, right? So that is why what I'm going to dig in today is, let's look at how you can improve your situational awareness, right? And it is point in time. The topic is point in time. Situational awareness means being aware of situations that may happen and how you're going to counteract to it, but it needs a lot of preparation, right? Like anything else, you got to prepare for it. So preparation starts way back, right? Which means you need to have your spidey webs all around. If you think that you'll be sitting on your chair and hoping that the information will fly from your face and you'll be able to grab it, no, it's not going to happen. You have to have those channels. And my friend, nobody will create that channel for you. You have to create that channel. You have to take that initiative. You have to go and get out of your comfort zone and talk to people. You have to make that effort to ensure that you have right channels created so that the information keeps flowing to you. What stops us from being situationally aware? In my opinion, it's very simple. It's one and the only thing that keeps us away from being situationally aware is our apprehension of going out and talking to people. We feel that when we are in our safe zone doing our daily tasks, making sure everything given to us is done, and hoping that we will be the best of the best and always receive the awards and the promotions and whatnot, my friend, that's a dream. That's what is called as hallucination. Because if you are just doing what you're supposed to do, you will continue to do that. And that is where a lot of people see that they are stuck in a certain position for a very long time. And unless you start taking those initiatives, unless you start building those relations, and when you build those relations, you get to know a lot of things. And when you process all of that information, that's when you start seeing growth within your career. And that is why I want to say that come out of your comfort zone and take that next step, right? That is the most important aspect of being situationally aware in your organization, right? Situational awareness could also be related to military, could also be related to aviation, but I'm only focusing on corporate world, which is no less than a war. So you got to be able to identify key resources or key stakeholders in various different departments that you interact with and be able to build that relation. When you build that relation, that is when you start your channel. So that's key. Why it is a key? Because if you don't have that channel, you are cut off from that function, department, organization, whichever you are trying to get information from. All you get to know is anything that's publicly available. If you have that channel, then probably you'll be able to build that relation in a way that you could get more than what's publicly available. And that's the key. Number two, in my point of view, is like, if the information is available to you, you build those relations and you've got the information. What are you doing about it, right? A lot of time the emails are sitting in our inbox and just rot in there. But what do we do with that information is also crucial, because we need to decipher it. We need to understand what it means. We need to figure out what's really happening. If someone is doing something in some corner in your organization, what does it really mean to you? Let's say you are an organization and you build a relationship with probably the sales department, someone in your sales department. You got to know that they are currently in a discussion with a very large partner. At this moment, you got this information. You wouldn't have gotten this information if you were not having that relation. So now that you've got that information, what are you going to do with it? That's the key again. So all 3 points that I'm going to share are very important key. Probably it's interlinked to each other. So once you got the information, now you need to understand what this means to you. So if there is a big partner that's being signed up, what it means for me. Probably the company's revenue is going to go up. Probably the team structure would expand. Probably I will get a better hike. So if I was thinking of quitting, I will not. If I was thinking of asking for a parallel movement, I would think twice. Probably now you could do a better planning for your workforce, because now you have that piece of information. So you can now plan ahead of it. Now, why would you be able to plan ahead of it? Because now you're able to understand what it means. The whole game doesn't stop just at understanding at what it means. You should take a step further, which is the third point, which means what's the impact of that to you, right? You got to figure out the impact also. If having a large partnership with another company is going to be beneficial for you, you're happy. You would take all necessary action that you are in the limelight to reap the benefits. If you know that it's going to be a negative impact to the organization, then you would probably make arrangements to safeguard yourself. Or maybe you would try and see how you could help deflect some of those impact that comes your way. Situational awareness is handy and important, mostly in disastrous situation. Why? Because if you're aware that disaster is coming, just like the winter is coming, you'd prepare well. So the impact is less. That's the whole idea of why you need to be situationally aware, right? And that's very important factor as to the reason for it. The other reasons are, if you want to run some projects, you want to run some initiatives, you want to understand something's not working in any other function, how you could make certain changes in your organization which would help them eventually lead to the company's goal, then being aware, having that channel also helps, right? Then you could have your workforce do certain things which could kind of help achieving the other function, their goal, eventually leading to success for the overall company. Looking at all these factors, if you are situationally aware and if you are able to take actions around it, you become an important person. And if you are an important person, what happens with you? You grow. And that's all you need, right? You want to grow. And in order to grow, you just got to be conscious, aware of what's happening around you. And that is why, my friend, I want everybody to think about this topic, situational awareness. Make yourself aware of things that are happening around, and then take right decisions around it. That is where you would be proactive. One of the important leadership quality, right? People look at you, how proactive you are or how reactive you are. If you're able to adjust to things that may happen beforehand, you looked up as a proactive person, and then people start respecting you, and people know that, okay, this dude is proactive. God knows from where he gets the information, but he gets the information and then he acts on it. And then he makes sure that he, his team, his function, his company is always rocking. And when you are that person, just imagine what kind of benefits you yourself will get. So I'm sure this video is going to add some value to the way you operate. Maybe from today onwards, you'll start looking out for those important stakeholders that you would want to build that relation. Again, it's your need. So you should take that effort to go and connect with people. And as much as you connect with people, you would also have to give while you take from them. So be ready to nurture that relationship, because if you are able to nurture that relationship, you're able to create a tight relation. It's beneficial to both of you, and you both are going to have a win-win situation. Nothing better than that. So with that, I'm going to close down this video now, and I hope I'm able to convey the message that being situationally aware is only going to skyrocket your career. And if you have not subscribed so far, what are you waiting for? Want to click the button and subscribe and share. So with that, thank you so much, and let's meet next week.